What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Well, the new jobs report has come in, and America's job market picked up in the month of September. Employment data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics show that U.S. employers added 254,000 jobs to the economy. The number was higher than the average monthly gain of 203,000 over the previous 12 months, according to the Labor Department, with jobs trending up in the food and drink industry, healthcare, government, social assistance, and construction. Job growth blew past forecaster estimates and exceeded the revised August tally of 159,000 new positions. The unemployment rate ticked down to 4.1% in September from 4.2% in the month of August. A strong jobs report was not what most economic forecasters had expected. The job market was expected to show continued cooling in September. New hiring slowed over the summer after a strong spring as bad weather and other seasonal factors dampened hiring. With the September jobs report, forecasters were looking for signs of stability. Hiccups in the labor market could point to a broader economic downturn, potentially disrupting the delicate balance of easing inflation and modest growth. Now, you may recall earlier this year, I think late spring, there were significant signs that the economy may have been heading into a recession. But now we're seeing signs that the economy, if anything, has been picking up. Now, the bigger and more important aspect of this is that this would be good news potentially for us as a whole. But there is a political election going on right now. And this could be potentially bad news for Donald Trump because he's basically been pointing to the picture of the Biden administration or the Biden-Kamala administration, the Biden-Harris administration as being a jobs loser, as being things were so much better off than they were 4 years ago. But in reality, it's a lot murkier than that. Now, while prior to 2020, the economy was pretty good, the COVID crisis created an economic calamity worldwide. So overall, Trump lost jobs during his administration. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something or just discuss something that's very interesting. Since 1989, since Ronald Reagan left office, 51 million jobs have been created to the economy. 50 million of those 51 million were created under Democratic administrations. How is this the case? Well, because the only Republican president to have a net increase in jobs in the administration was George H.W. Bush, the president that immediately succeeded Reagan. During his administration, from 1989 to 1993, the economy added 2.6 million jobs. Bill Clinton, this is why we love the 90s so much. Bill Clinton, in his presidency from 1993 to 2001, the economy added nearly 23 million jobs. One of the greatest, perhaps the greatest, long-term economic expansion in our nation's history. During the Bush administration, from 2001 to 2009, George W. Bush, a measly 1.4 million jobs were added during his presidency. During the Obama years, from 2009 to 2017, 11.6 million jobs were added to the economy. During the Trump years, largely because of COVID, the economy lost 2.7 million jobs. During the Biden-Harris administration, which has been 3.5 years, over 16 million jobs have been added to the economy. Now, some of this, to be fair, is the natural correction of the economy and the market post-COVID. But still, that's a lot of added jobs in just 3.5 years. And you could argue the quality of these jobs, right? Fast food, part-time jobs. You could argue that. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of jobs have been added. 98% of the jobs that have been added since 1989 have come during Democratic presidencies. So this is not good news for former President Trump as far as his talking points, although they'll probably ignore them. Some more bad news for Trump is this. A new poll has come out that has shown that women trust Kamala Harris over Donald Trump to handle inflation and the economy, which is amazing considering that the Biden administration, we've seen unbelievable inflation. As a matter of fact, with independent women, Kamala Harris has an 18-point lead. So, this is going to be a nail biter of an election. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be an election where I think it's going to break in a landslide for Kamala, and definitely not in a landslide for Trump. I think it's going to be a close election where we're not going to know the winner of this election until either in the wee hours of the morning or potentially the next day or maybe 2 days. That's what I'm thinking. Unless something breaks in the last week or two of the election. But we're down to the wire now. We're down to pretty much a month from the from the election. So we'll find. By the way, I want to say this before I end this video. I know there's going to be people in the comment section. Oh, I knew this guy was a Democrat all along. Just been pretending for 10 years. But you're showing your true colors now. What I've been realized is, but when a lot of people complain that, oh, this channel or this station or this network is biased, they're not fair and balanced. What it really is you want them to espouse what you believe in. You don't want fair and balanced. You want a network or a channel that you can follow that cheerleads and says everything that you want them to say. You don't want anyone to challenge what you think or how you feel about something. You don't really want fairness. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want parity when it comes to elections. You want a one-sided, one state, one party affair. As I said before, I'm not rooting for Kamala or Trump. Now, if it seems like I bang on Kamala more, this is the reason why. I don't have to come on here to tell you that water is wet. I don't have to do that. I know that the vast majority of my subscribers are black. Not all of you guys are Democrats, obviously, but I know the vast majority of my subscribers are black. I don't have to tell you about the Republican Party because you know that. We're on code when it comes to the Republican Party, at least 85% of the time, at least 85% of us. What a lot of us are not aware of is what the Democrats are doing. They got the wool over our eyes when it comes to the shenanigans that they engage themselves in. So I feel more of an obligation to bang on them harder. But yeah, when Trump does something dumb or says something stupid, I'll make a video about it. But he says a lot of racist shit. I already talked about the Haitian immigrant shit and how the Republicans only showing energy for Haitian and Congo immigrants, but not when we were talking about what was going on in Aurora and about what's going on in New York and Chicago. They didn't give a shit about that. But the minute supposedly one or two Haitians did something in white neighborhoods, oh, then all of a sudden they want to talk about it. So fuck them. And also, fuck them black Trump supporters for being at their rally. Look, if you want to vote for Donald Trump for your particular reasons, that's fine. But you take your ass to one of them rallies thinking that you a special, you the magical Negro, and get your ass whooped, fuck you. Then that's all I got to say about that. Tell me what you guys think.